Alright, just making a quick video talking about the differences between this original Jackery 1500 and the newer model, right? The new 1500 Pro. Because you might be looking at these things and you might be kind of, wondering, which one to buy. So now obviously this is going to be a little bit of a biased review just because, I own this one. I own the original one and I don't own the new one, right? But objectively the new model is just better. So, ultimately I would probably just say, if you're looking at buying one of these, buy the new one, buy the 1500 Pro or the 2023 model as Jackery calls it. That one is just, better across the board, really. As far as the specs goes, it can charge a lot faster, right? It's got more USB ports. It's got 100 watt USB-C instead of just this 60 watt USB-C that this one has. And the inverter. The inverter is, it's basically the same inverter, but the new model is running a true 120 volts instead of this one is 110 volts. We want to see closer to 120 volts on these power stations, just because that's kind of the standard, really. Anything above 108 volts is no problem, right? It's going to run all your appliances, no problem. But this is just kind of cutting it a little close, right? So yeah, we like to see 120 volts. So that new model does have that as well. And then the cooling design, right? The fans on the side here with the cooling vents, they're much quieter on the new model, like much quieter. In fact, this is one of my biggest complaints with this unit is the fans are very loud. So if that's something you're sensitive to, definitely look at the new model. All right, and now with all that said, I'm gonna kind of offer like a counterpoint to all of that, and kind of just tell you why I actually like this model better. Like I like it better, right? It's not necessarily a better unit. Number one is the handle. Now, the new model does have the flat top with the folding handle, and obviously that has many benefits, right? As far as just putting stuff on top of it, or just throwing this unit into a smaller area. But these units do have some weight, right? And I just find it, I always find it better to have a fixed handle. It's just a bit more solid, it's a bit more, you grab it and you kind of know what to expect when you grab it, and you can kind of just, move it around. It's just easier and it's better. Now, obviously the folding handle will get the job done just as well, right? It just doesn't feel as good in your hand. Now, the other issue, kind of like the real big issue I have with those new in fact, all of the Jackery Pro models, is, you can see this model has all of the ports. This is, obviously all the output ports and stuff like that, but also the input ports on the front of the unit, right? This is the best design. I can't believe that they went away from this, because this is just by far the best design, right? You're accessing the front of this unit all the time, and so you just want to have everything right there, right? Why would you want to have to go around to the back? And then especially, again, like if you're tucking this thing into like a confined space or something like that, like, having to plug stuff into the back of the unit can just make things very difficult, right? So yeah, everything on the front. And this unit does still have, the dual input that those new... In fact, this is the only Jackery that's not, a quote-unquote pro that has the dual inputs. So still pretty good stuff there, right? And the last little, this is just kind of a little thing, but I kind of really like having these lights on these power stations. So this one has just the standard flashlight on or off. The new Jackery Pro models actually have the lens has like, let me go back over here. The lens actually has like some diffused material on it, right? So it just kind of spreads out the light a little bit better. It's not so much like a flashlight, and that that sounds good at first, but actually the problem is they ended up putting that on the front, and it's basically where the input is. And the reason I talk about this in all my videos, I'm just going to keep saying it, because it's like, if you have it on the front, guess what? If it's dark, if you're in a dark room and the power's out and you have that light on the front and you're trying to use this thing, it's just going to blind you, right? Like, you're going to have to squint at this unit while you're trying to plug stuff into it, right? So yeah, that's just bad design. That's like the one thing that should either be on the back or the side of the unit. So just this being on the side, is really nice because you can have this on, and then say there's like a wall, you know, right here. It's that light is going to bounce around off that wall. I mean, that's what light does. It bounces around. It bounces off of stuff. So you don't need to have it on the front, because in that case, it's still going to bounce around and it's still going to light up this area enough where you can use it, right? So yeah, that's just me. You know, that's just me being a little bit picky, but you know, something that again, a reason why I just like this unit better, right? Now another little thing that you could say is this unit does weigh about 3 pounds less than the 1500 Pro. So, you know, if you're real sensitive to weight and this is kind of like pushing it for you, maybe, you know, maybe those 3 pounds could make a difference for you, right? Now, the last little thing I'll just say is I actually really like this design. I like how they have these kind of grooves, you know, set into the plastic with the kind of the big bold name there. You know, it's just the new models, they tried to, like, I don't know if they tried to just make them look more modern or what, but they really cleaned up the design on them and simplified them, and there's just like more of the plastic that makes up the case of these things is just flat blank plastic, right? Like if you actually look at the detailing here, like around the orange, there's actually, like, you can see there's like a nice contoured edge in the black part that kind of mimics the orange part. Whereas on the new Pros, it's just a flat piece of orange, and then it just goes into a flat piece of black plastic, right? Like it just looks like they didn't really try to add a lot of design to the unit. And then again, like the whole bottom part on those new Pro models is just smooth, and it's just got that little text down there, right? That small little gray text. I really like this. Look at that. You can hear that. You can hear that texture. So, you know, this is just little details that kind of make me like this unit. And yeah, so that's just the quick comparison, right? The quick breakdown between the two units that are, you know, I don't know if Jackery is going to continue to manufacture this, or if they're just going to, you know, until they run out of stock of this unit. Maybe then they'll discontinue it. I'm not sure. But yeah, as of right now, if you look at the listing, you know, you've still got this option, and then you've got the new 2023 Jackery 15 Pro option as well, right? So yeah, hopefully this just kind of helps kind of clear the air a little bit for you. And yeah, hopefully you just found this interesting or helpful. And yeah, thanks for watching.